Welcome to Let's Go Racing. Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi. We're in the Parks Racing Hall of Fame room. We are on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. We're going to follow the top stakes races around the country. Meet Gray Lightning, who could be the fastest filly here at Parks. Also, there's a big push to get Smarty Jones inducted into the National Hall of Fame. All these stories and much more on today's show. But Belmont Stakes Day is coming upon us here. Any new horses going to be running?
Yeah, it's a week from today, Dani. I think the field's probably going to be around 10, possibly as many as 4 from Todd Pletcher, but to be determined. Fierceness, apparently the Derby winner, a couple of others, the Peter Pan winner maybe. But it does look like at this moment, he hasn't announced it, but it looks like Mystic Dan is going to go, judging by how he's training and everything. Again, Kenny McPeak hasn't said it for sure. We got the Preakness winner, absolutely sees the Gray is coming, and we have Sierra Leone, who was the runner-up in the Derby, and almost certainly will be the post-time favorite now with the new rider, Flavien Prat. So it shapes up as a tremendous finish to this Triple Crown.
Yeah, we'll have the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness winner, and no horses from Parks, but I have a horse that I'm excited about, Mind Frame for Todd Pletcher.
Yeah, now he's definitely one of the more interesting horses. He's only run twice. He ran on Derby Day, was really impressive, and I gave him out last week as my bomb. Honor Marie is now going to be ridden by Florent Geroux. Look at the replay of the Derby, totally eliminated. This horse is going to be every bit of 20 to 1. He's going to have a chance to hit the board.
All right, well, we'll see. Well, if you can't make it up to Saratoga, that's where the Belmont Stakes is. Come to Parks. We have live racing. It's our Owners Appreciation Day. We'll be celebrating our owners here at Parks. We're going to have a stakes race, the President's Cup. Yes. And if that's not enough for you, yes, Bark in the Parks. The Tri-State Basset Hounds will come back, and they're a lot of fun. They just run everywhere, not very fast.
Yes, not as fast as the horses.
Well, let's get to our local race of the week. This was a Pennsylvania bred allowance race. It did come off the turf, $41,000 purse, and our favorite, there's 2 favorites here. We're going to take a look at Rome Burgundy.
Yeah, Rome Burgundy is interesting for bred by Smart Angle. Kate DeMasi now has this horse. Jamie Ness has had this horse, different, but one is best. He's pretty good.
Yeah, love his name, a play on Rome Burgundy from Anchorman. Carcharuth for Butch Reed is our second choice.
Yeah, Butch Reed, does he win many races around here, Dani?
He certainly does, and with horses from Wegalia, that's for sure. Here's the call.
Factor You and Me in, maintaining that narrow lead, but he has some pressure coming. Roden Burgundy up to turn up the tempo. He's in second to the outside, winning on weekends. Then it's back to Amusing Mischief. He's now 4th. Retweet back to 5th. Karkaroth, the early trailer, 23-3 for the opening quarter, and it is a 3-horse battle on the lead as they begin their run down the backstretch. Factor You and Me in, resilient so far. He maintains a half-length advantage over Roan Burgundy, winning on weekends. He's 3rd, but length and a half back. Moving up a little bit closer, Amusing Mischief 4th. Then it's Retweet, Karkaroth, last but not by a ton. Factor You and Me in and Roan Burgundy, those two slugging it out as they head down the backstretch. A half-mile left to travel. 47-2 for the half. Factor You and Me in, Roan Burgundy, Amusing Mischief. He's now up to 3rd. Then it's Winning on Weekends, Retweet, and Karkaroth coming up the rail. Factor You and Me in and Roan Burgundy has been a persistent presence to his outside the entire way. Now they head through the far turn. Factor You and Me in, Roan Burgundy to the outside, Amusing Mischief, Retweet 4th. Karkaroth, he's improved, he's in 5th. Winning on Weekends now at the back as they go through the far turn. A quarter mile left to go. Factor You and Me in, running a big race at a big price on the outside. Roan Burgundy continuing to keep him company, and Roan Burgundy sticks his nose in front. Factor You and Me in, trying to counter. Amusing Mischief down the center of the track. Karkaroth bursts onto the scene, coming in between horses. Roan Burgundy on the outside, Amusing Mischief, Karkaroth on the inside. Anyone's race. Amusing Mischief with a narrow advantage, a 16th left to go. Karkaroth trying to reel him in. Amusing Mischief holding that lead. Amusing Mischief gets the job done. Karkaroth 2nd and a photo for 3rd.
And Amusing Mischief getting the win. Eddie Graham, when he ships into Parks, he means business. And this horse sat just a really nice trip behind the dueling speed, which was Rome Burgundy.
Yeah, as you said, Eddie, when he comes in, as doesn't miss. He's only come in twice this year, and he's won them both. Rome Burgundy, great backstory here, Dani. This horse is a half to Uncle Heavy. You remember the mare, Expect Wonderful. Mark Reed loved this horse, never quite could do it on the track. And the horse was, he basically was trying to sell the horse, couldn't give the horse away at Timonium in foal. It turned out to be Uncle Heavy. The rest is history, but Roan Burgundy, the half, how about this? My man John O'Hara, who was the accountant for Ron Glorioso, whose picture I'm looking at here in the Hall of Fame room, got a hold of me through Vicky Mangini a little bit ago. Said, hey, I'd like to meet up. So I met him for lunch, where Ronnie and I used to have lunch all the time in Yardley. And he told me some good stories about Ronnie, and I told him some good stories. So good memories. He's got a piece of Roan Burgundy with Peter Stable.
Oh, well, good horse we'll be rooting for, and good stories, everything coming full circle. We're going to head to our first break, but you don't want to go anywhere because you're going to meet Gray Lightning when we come back. She could be the fastest filly at Parks, and she's got a big race on the horizon, all coming up after this break.
Gray Lightning, all by herself on the front end as they head through the far turn.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss Cameron Marlowe on Friday, July 26th, plus platinum country artist Dylan Scott on Saturday, August 10th. Don't miss these two exciting headliners, only at the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
The PA Horse Breeders Association has a remarkable story to tell. North America's most lucrative awards program also produces Grade 1 winners year after year. Of all the great PA breds, none is more well-known, more iconic than Smarty Jones. We salute Smarty on the 20th anniversary of his wins in the first 2 jewels of the 2004 Triple Crown, at the time becoming only the 3rd ever undefeated Preakness champ.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, trainer Tyler Servis is no stranger to top horses. He has Gray Lightning in his barn. She's small, she's gray, but she's very fast. Even better, she's a Pennsylvania bred. We caught up with trainer Tyler Servis on this very fast filly.
Off and racing, a sharp start for Gray Lightning, who hustles out to the lead.
Gray Lightning is perhaps the fastest horse currently stabled at Parks. How talented is this 3-year-old? Well, so far she's proven her talent 4 times. She stepped onto the Parks racetrack with 4 starts, 3 wins, and 1 second. Gray Lightning keeps getting better and better.
Gray Lightning and George Vargas Jr., they strike today. Hand ride for the win.
First things first, really utmost gratitude to NR Club for giving me the opportunity to keep this filly. She's a really nice filly, and I'm just really happy to still have her in the barn. She came out of her PA bred allowance really good, giving her the adequate time for the next big step, and really looking forward to the Jersey Girl.
What is important to a filly like that to keep her together with her training in the morning?
She's really easy. She trains herself. I mean, she knows when races are coming to her. We usually like to get a gate work into her the week out, just to keep everything fresh on her mind. And once we do that with her, I mean, she really jumps into the muscle and knows it's coming.
Now the Tyler Servis trainee is off to Saratoga for the Jersey Girl Stakes, a step up in the competition. What led to the decision to run her in the Jersey Girl up in Saratoga?
Well, I think we gave her a little bit of time this winter, and she got a little sick, but she seemed to really blossom. So when she came back, first start of her 3-year-old year, she ran a really impressive number. And based on numbers and really high figures, it's really good to give a horse 5-6 weeks in between those races. So that's what we kind of planned out for her, trying to map out 5 to 6 weeks and give her every bit to recover, and she has.
Any distance limitations with her? What do you think is her best distance for how fast she is and how much speed she has?
I mean, I really don't know. I'd like to think 7/8, but she's got no stopping her. So we'll cross that path when it comes. Obviously, our big goal is going to be most likely to test something 7/8. Hopefully, Grade 1. If it doesn't work out, maybe the Grade 3 prior is keeping her a little short. But again, we got to see how she handles everything that we throw at her, and we can always build off that.
Gray Lightning is perfectly named, and I know we'll all be rooting for her up there.
Yeah, no question. I was with you and Bruce on Monday when we spent some time with Tyler and wrote about it on Let'sGoRacingParks.com this week, and can't wait for Thursday at Saratoga, the Belmont Stakes Festival. It's the first day of the 4-day festival. We'll see Great Lightning and the Jersey Girl, and they're going to have to find a way to catch her because she's going to the front.
Oh yeah, her and Vargas will be out there. Good luck to them. Well, let's turn our attention to some more racing here at Parks Racing. We're going to take a look at Monday's 8th race. This was Parks Picks. They're going to go a mile and 70 yards. $52,000 is the purse. Allowance optional claiming $40,000 if you were in for that tag. But our favorite is the number 4, Dreaming of Jerry.
Yeah, Michael Moore wins lots of races around here. It's a kind of a cool horse, Danny. I mean, 38 lifetime starts, 7 wins, a lot of seconds, 14. That concerns me sometimes. These horses like to run seconds.
Yeah, this is his second start in the Mike Moore barn. Yodelehi, who a favorite for the Let's Go Racing show, is our second choice.
Another horse that loves to win. 67 lifetime starts, 30 times, first or second, 15 of each.
Well, let's see who gets the win in Monday's 8th race.
Simovic and Eliquist, those two in a battle on the front end, exchanging blows. Eliquist sticks his nose back in front. Simovic trying to counter. He's now in second. Yodelehi, Legal Deal, 4th, followed by Dreaming of Jerry, and still at the back, Rich's Way. As they continue down the backstretch, a half-mile left to go. Eliquist has done the heavy lifting. Some pressure to the outside still from Simovic. The half, 47 flat. Eliquist, Simovic in third. Yodelehi, he's beginning to gain. He's about 2.5 lengths off the front-running Eliquist. Then it's Legal Deal to his outside, Dreaming of Jerry. And at the back, Rich's Way is under a drive. They head through the far turn. Eliquist trying to shake off the persistent presence of Simovic to the outside. Yodelehi looms in third as they make their way around the far turn. Less than a quarter mile left to go. And Eliquist continues to lead, gallant on the front end. Yodelehi trying to take a swing at him. Rich's Way is beginning to make his rally. He's coming up the rail, trying to get involved. Eliquist on the outside. Rich's Way splashes up the rail. Eliquist is hanging tough and trying to open up Yodelehi. He's game off the pace, and then the 16th left to go. It is Eliquist trying to hold off Rich's Way, who's charging late. Eliquist, Rich's Way with a final bid, but Eliquist gets the win.
And Eliquist gets the win. Good win there. Really nice son of Nyquist. He's kind of the barn pet in the DeMassey barn. He's just got such a great personality. Really happy for the owner, too. Michael Lee Buskey, his son Michael, came all the way from Pittsburgh to root on Eliquist. They had T-shirts and everything, so really happy for them.
He's a cool horse, Danny. I mean, this was a horse that was really highly thought of early on in his career. He's won for everybody. Won for Butch. Jamie Ness had him for a little bit of time, and now Kate has him. He's just a winning horse. It's interesting. He got the trip I thought Legal Deal was going to get. Last week when I picked the race, I said, it's not much speed. I think whoever gets to the front is going to win. I just had the wrong horse getting to the front. It was Eliquist. They couldn't catch him.
Well, he is a sweetie. Congratulations to Eliquist. Let's go to Monmouth Park for national races. This is the $100,000 Mr. Prospector Stakes, 6 furlongs. There's a few park starters in the starting gate, including our favorite Counter Spy, a post-time favorite for Bobby Moscow.
And claimed for $40,000 by Jack Armstrong and Bobby back on the 7th of February, and has won 3 straight and dominated. I mean, totally dominated. I love the fact that they're going for $100,000 here. If it runs back to those numbers, he's going to win.
We've got to contend with Dean Delivers, Ned Allard, who is a classic around these parts. He won the Triple Crown up in the New England back in the day. Miguel Vasquez up from Florida to ride Dean Delivers.
Yeah, it was Mom's Command, won the Philly Triple Crown. We remember seeing her, Bruce, in 1985 at Garden State Park for Ned Allard, one of the absolute great guys in the game.
Well, there's a new track announcer out at Monmouth Park, and Matt Ditterman has the call of the Mr. Prospector Stakes.
Little Vic, 4 lengths behind, feels the stick. He's alongside Kozaris. Bump and Run has dropped out of it. Counter Spy is yet to pass a runner as they come off the turn, and Dean Delivers. Boy, he's delivered today. He puts 3 likes on Hollywood Jet, who's behind in second. Coming on for third, Little Vic, and the rest are well out of it. Dean Delivers, Miguel Vasquez with a big day. He's going to pick up the hat trick as Dean Delivers wins the Mr. Prospector in a decisive victory. Hollywood Jet was second.
And Dean Delivers with that really nice outside stalking trip. Nice win for Ned Allard. But how about Hollywood Jet with that really game second?
Really good second. Cool horse now. 26 starts, 11 wins. And no chance for Counter Spy after the start. Just put a line through that. He's way better than that. I actually thought he ran well under the circumstances.
Yeah, I talked to the trainer, Bobby Moscow. They were messing with him in the gate. He broke bad, and it was over.
Yep.
He'll come back to win.
Yes, he will.
Let's go out to California for the Grade 2 Hollywood Gold Gold Cup. Now at Santa Anita, $200,000 a mile and a quarter. And our favorite is Mr. Fisk.
Yeah, Mr. Fisk for Bob Baffert trying to win this, I don't know, for the 100th time. Only the 10th, but who's counting?
Judge Miller's second choice for Mark Glatt.
He looks like the speed horse in this race, but there's a lot of speed. It's hard to tell how the race is going to be run down.
Well, here's Frank Miramati with the call of the Hollywood Gold Cup.
It's Juan Hernandez and Reincarnate controlling the pace up top, leading by a length and a half. Subsonador is second. Another two, Judge Miller, Mr. Fisk, stride for stride. Arrow the Great follows them 5 lengths off the lead. Then it's Mixto and Oviac Class. No change in the running order past the 5/8 pole in the Hollywood Gold Cup, and it's Reincarnate a half a length in front. Subsonador second. Mr. Fisk has made steady headway. He's under a nice hold at the rail. And outside of him, Judge Miller is fourth with less than a half mile to travel. Arrow the Great has lost some ground. Mixto is just inside of him. Oviac Class has trailed throughout. 3/8 of a mile to go. Reincarnate ahead to Subsonador. Judge Miller is called on now with a 3-wide bid. Mr. Fisk awaits racing room and a cue. Mr. Fisk loaded at this stage, just needs to find running room. A big gap back to Mixto. They're a 1/4 of a mile from home. Reincarnate at the rail. Mr. Fisk crying out for a way to get through. Subsonador bows out. Judge Miller on the outside. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go, and here comes Mr. Fisk. Has to get by his stablemate Reincarnate. These two square off in the Gold Cup, and Mr. Fisk is up to take the lead. Reincarnate fighting hard, but the best horse is Mr. Fisk. Mr. Fisk pulls away.
Mr. Fisk does get the win. Unfortunately, he was pulled up past the wire, but the jockey Kazushi Kimura did a great job getting him pulled up, getting him to safety. He did have to have surgery, but he's going to be okay.
Right, he had a condylar fracture. Same thing as Just Steele from the Preakness and the Fleet Alex had it. Certainly repairable, was repairable. He'll rest, but a really nice effort by Mr. Fisk. Another son of Arrogate. They're winning everywhere.
Well, I never rode Mr. Fisk, but I did ride a 3-time Hollywood Gold Cup right here at Parks, Lava Man.
There you go.
My
Who can
claim to
forget for
fame.
Doug O'Neill?
Well, we're going to head to another break. When we come back, DJ catches up with Tom Durkin as to why Smarty Jones is not in the Hall of Fame. You don't want to miss that. All is coming up on our show.
Tom Durkin's call of Birdstone beating Smarty Jones must have been the most non-celebratory win call in sports history.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss Funny Man JB Smoove on Saturday, September 14th, plus Straight No Chaser on Friday, October 18th. Don't miss these 2 exciting headliners, only at the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. You caught up with Tom Durkin at the PA Breeders' Awards night about Smarty Jones. What's going on with that?
Yeah, it's kind of a bizarre circumstance, this Hall of Fame. It's very opaque. Nobody really knows how this works, but there's a 12-person committee. You need 9 votes to get out of committee, where the regular voters like me get to decide who's in the Hall of Fame. I was able to catch up with one of those voters, who happens to be the great Tom Durkin, along with Pat Chapman and John Servis, and here's what they had to say. Tom, I know you're on the committee, Hall of Fame. People down here wonder why Smarty Jones hasn't at least gotten on the ballot. What's the deal?
You know, we're on the steering committee, so there's about a dozen of us, and then we winnow down the list as to who the 177 voters can vote on. So we just basically eliminate the horses that have, that are just not going to win. Smarty Jones was on the ballot, but never made it through the process to get enough votes. Sometimes in time, things change, but we'll see.
We were hoping with Justify getting in, maybe it was the number of races, 6 for 6, and Smarty only had 9. That might give him a little better chance, possibly.
You know, now it's people just take it for granted that they're just not going to run very often. A flight line, I mean, and they just don't.
Right.
They don't. Yeah, so it's a different era.
I'm frustrated that he's not in the Hall of Fame, and I don't think the Belmont cost him the Hall of Fame. I think if he was a Kentucky bred, he'd be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I'm just going to tell you the way it is, and that's the way I feel.
Yeah, it's not untrue. People couldn't accept the fact that he was as good as he was. And John, how good was Smarty Jones?
He was very good. I mean, you know, I listened to your analogy about the AAA ball team going into the World Series. He was a AAA diamond in the rough that any team would have loved to have had. He was an exceptional horse.
When people talk to me today about Smarty, they say, boy, you had the right spokesperson in John Servis, didn't you?
There's no question about that. I know Rodney Eckenrode up at Equistar, he tells me people are still coming by the farm. They'll come from all over just to see Smarty Jones at 23 years old.
I know it. He told me that there was someone there from Japan recently and someone from Alaska. They keep coming. I love it. And Smarty keeps getting birthday presents and cards and Christmas gifts, so it's great. People haven't forgotten him.
Well, we're certainly all rallying behind our Smarty Jones, and we got the right people involved.
Yeah, there's no question. The PTHA, Bob Hutt, Jeff Maddie, everybody's involved in a campaign. Just make sure people understand what Smarty Jones did 20 years ago, so he at least gets a shot to get in front of that committee and see if he can get on the ballot.
Absolutely. Well, let's turn our attention to this week's Jockey of the Week, brought to you by NovaCare.
Congratulations to Wilfred Vasquez. He had 2 wins on Tuesday's card at Parks. Wilfred Vasquez, our Jockey of the Week, sponsored by NovaCare, the power of physical therapy.
Now it's time for our Trainer of the Week. The PTHA proudly partners with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
Congratulations to trainer Jamie Ness, our Trainer of the Week, with 7 wins here at Parks. The PTHA proudly partners with the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Congratulations to our Trainer of the Week, Jamie Ness.
It's time for another Turning for Home family photo of the week. Army Man and Amanda, they are happy to be together. He's a barn favorite, and Army Man, he wants to make friends with everyone, even if they don't want to make friends with him.
Well, why wouldn't he want to make friends?
Exactly.
Really?
He's having a good time. Well, let's get to our best of the rest. We're going to head out to California. This is the $100,000 Thor's Echo Stakes, and the Chosen Brawn. What a horse he is.
This is such a cool horse, Danny. He's going to win this like he always wins. He's 1-20 in this race. He kills the Cowbreds. He's won 13 of his last 14. The only race he didn't win was the Breeders' Cup Sprint in his career. 23 starts, 18 wins for the Chosen Brawn.
And every single time you got to check for his owners. He is one outstanding
cool
California bred. Well, let's get to this week's PTHA Trophy race. It was Tuesday's 4th race. It's a maiden claiming going a mile and 70 yards. We did have quite a few scratches there, but it doesn't matter because Armed and Ready is just that.
Yeah, exactly. No, never in doubt. Loose in the lead, up by 7, up by 12 at the wire. This was no contest whatsoever. Armed and Ready, loose and gone.
And I caught up with his winning trainer, Jamie Ness, on what makes this son of Arrogate so good right now.
Yeah, you know, these Arrogates, they're like distance horses. You know, I had him as a 2-year-old. He looked like a route horse. We got a couple. He ran a good second and he had a little injury, so we gave him time off. And this is his first race back, and we caught a short field, but he ran well. He did everything right, and I think the future is bright for him.
It's time for Eye on Racing, and Churchill Downs has a big day out there.
Aristides Stakes. You know who Aristides is, Dan?
He's our first Kentucky Derby winner. I do not know that now.
Very impressive. Also, Canned Group will run in a grass race out there for our man Chuck Zachney. See how he does. And at the Jersey Shore, the Jersey Derby, we have evening news from Mike Pino, among others. And next year, Bruce, believe it or not, will be the 40th year of the Spend-A-Buck, 40th anniversary of the Spend-A-Buck Jersey Derby at Garden State Park.
Oh, I used to go every year with my mom. Well, time for us to go to our final break, but we have so much more coming up. We have Parks Picks, Craig Donnelly, and Meet the half-brother to Flightline, all coming up after this break.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss the hilarious Steve Trevino on Saturday, November 23rd, plus funny lady Kathleen Madigan on Saturday, December 7th. Don't miss these 2 exciting headliners, only at the Excite Center inside Parks Casino. Parks Casino, this is how you win. This is how you win. Tickets on sale now.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided for over 4,000 former racehorses with a safe retirement.
These brave warriors do so much for the fans, and we want to make sure they're taken care of.
It's a group effort by all the owners and the trainers, and we've helped so many horses.
Responding to the need of a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retirement of the equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
It's awesome. I mean, these are the things that we deal with every day that put us into the game and make the game great. Without the horses, we have nothing.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
Aftercare, it takes all of us, and every single person is responsible for it. These horses give us everything on the track. It's up to us to give them everything off the track.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Go Racing. This is Parks Picks. We're going to take a look at Monday's 10th race, optional claiming $16,000, going a mile for that $25,000 purse. Who do you like, DJ?
I like Motscari coming up from Tampa Bay, coming off a pretty good second prior to that, a win, guys. Good numbers. Tampa Bay's been good to me. So.
Oh, yeah, and Albert Plaza has been having some kind of meet at Monmouth. I'm going to go with the outside horse, Rush Center, for my friends John Finelli and Long Ball Stables, Bobby Moscow. Dexter Haddock going to take the saddle now. Michael was riding him, but this horse likes to get beat, but I think today he turns the tables on the outside post.
There you go. We'll see what happens.
Well, let's see what Craig Donnelly has to say. Who do you like, Craig?
One of my favorite systems in handicapping is getting a horse that it proves to be the lone speed in a race, and I think the 6th race on Monday is a classic example. Number 4, Princess Sophie, last time out, engaged in a 3-way speed duel going 22 and change, 47 and change, going long, got a little tired in the stretch as she figured to. This time, the 2 horses that ran with her are not in the race. She should be able to control the pace, and a horse that finished in front of her last time, this time is going to have to chase her without any help. Also, I like the fact that she's switching to Alicio Ruiz, who's done a terrific job since switching from an apprentice to a journeyman, and I think this filly should shake loose early and go all the way. Princess Sophie.
Santarena and Eagles Flight square off at the 8th pole. Santarena digging in. Eagles Flight straightens up though and powers past coming to the 16th pole.
Well, Flightline was one of the most exciting horses we saw on the track, and now his half-brother just had his debut out at Santa Anita.
Yeah, check him out. He's the 2-horse here. Eagles Flight, perfectly named here in Philly, son of Curlin. Remember, Flightline was a son of Tappet, so we're talking serious. And this horse is going to win by 3, get an 89 buyer. And Danny, I don't think short is what he wants. I think long is what he wants. This is a real talent. Maybe we see him here in September for the Pennsylvania Derby. That would be nice. Eagles Flight, what could be better?
That is going to be some kind of horse, and you could tell he's got a lot of learning to do. Flavian Pratt gave him a really great, patient ride. Really excited about Eagles Flight. Well, make sure you come out on Belmont Stakes Day here, June 8th. It's our Owners Appreciation Day. The Basset Hounds, we're going to have a stakes race. It's going to be a fabulous day of fun here at Parks Racing. Hope you enjoyed the show. We sure did. We will catch you next week on Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Tama's got the lead now. It's Tama in the center of the racetrack, but Tama is drawing away, and Tama with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.